I think the XRP community, they really are a bit of a cult. There are a lot of XRP wallets, I think more than 6 million out there. So we know there's pent-up demand to tap into XRP in a more traditional Wall Street wrapper. Now, it's not so traditional that you go with leverage. That's the point.
Imagine betting against XRP and being freaking liquidated. That's what actually happened to this trader. This is such an interesting article, and this defies and explains the reason that you want to be trying to day trade rather than having big leverage positions open, because you never know what the market's going to do. So let's break right into it today. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel so you do not miss out on this crypto bull run. And we're going to give you guys the best ways to be able to trade so you can keep capitalizing on the market, the best platforms to trade on. I want to make it as easy as possible for you to be making money at home, just like we do now. Now, let's talk about this real quick. Okay, this is so crazy to think about. There was a whale who ended up shorting XRP, and then he ended up shorting a couple of other cryptocurrencies, right? And he actually just got partially liquidated on Hyperliquid. The only reason I find it funny was because it was just such a big position. And like XRP just broke all-time highs again recently, right? So like his entry price was $2.89. And if we can see here in XRP, we were there, like, I think he did it before here. And look at this. This would have been a terrible shorting position because it's 22% gain. And if you're using leverage, this person was using 20x leverage on XRP, and it gave him a loss of $650,000 because the entire position became worth basically $18.60. Because again, he's using leverage. So you have to think about that. Leverage is a good tool to use and is very beneficial and can make you very good profits in the market if you use it correctly. If you're just throwing it around like this, you tend to get screwed and pretty much just destroyed, right? Now, this is one thing to think about too in trading. You are going to have setbacks, right? Like this guy's lost up to 10 million, right? And he did accumulate over 25 million in total losses after this massive short position, which was worth about $334 million using leverage. His account went down from 16.3 million to $67,000. Imagine that roller coaster. Imagine having to go through that. That is why I'm not a big fan of trading that way. I'm a huge fan of using the big time frames to understand the general direction of the chart. Like here, we can see we're on a downtrend. So we're going to be looking for short positions, right? And now that we know where we are in the bigger time frame, we're going to start going down into shorter time frames and looking for entry opportunities for short. The negative here is we could assume that this is a bounce off of this. And what we want to do is find a retest back up here, or just get confirmation to go under there. That is an example of being able to use XRP to your advantage on a lower time frame and get a snipe entry. And if you really want to be clean cut, you can even go to the smaller time frame and try to find the cleanest entry that you can so you can limit your losses. The smaller that you can make your stop loss required, the higher the leverage you can use. But here's the trick. You have to use a stop loss. The negative here is this trader did not use a stop loss. That's why you're being able to liquidate so much money. You guys, this is so stupid. 16.3 million to down to $67,000 like in 1 month, right? That's too much leverage. That's wasting so much liquidity. Like this person just changed their life and then destroyed it again just by not trying to follow a system. And it's not a funny matter, but it is literally the stupidest thing ever. You do not need to put yourself in those types of positions. If you ever do come across crypto money like that, make sure you do it right, file your taxes right, and then use it accordingly so you do not burn it, right? Like that is just insane. If that person would have taken all that millions, right, and put maybe just 1 million in an account and started day trading it or scalping it, he might have lost maybe a couple of 30, 40, 50K, especially if his stop losses were tight. But then he could have caught some of those big wins, right? He could have caught something like this. At a 20x leverage, this is 200% on the margin. If his margin's 10%, he just made, or his margin's 10K, he just made 10K, or he made 20K on that position. So that's why you have to, when you're trading in the markets, you have to think logically about the positions that you're taking, the leverage that you're using, and the sizing. Otherwise, you're going to get yourself in positions like this. So you guys, I like to use BTCC, right? Like this is a lower leverage swing trade. And you know what? I do take some losses on some of my trades and I do make some gains. Like this Doge short right? And look how quick this was. I opened it at 20.51 and I closed it at 21.57. This was yesterday at a $525 in profit, right? Another one I had the day before, right? $595 in profit. And it's so simple. And you guys, the fees are so cheap. I do use high leverage on these with higher margin. Like this one was $121 in margin, right? This one was $148 in margin, but used 500x. So it required a smaller position movement. But the number one rule I use is I always use a stop loss. Like you have to use a stop loss. If you don't, you should not be trading, should not be taking the risk on the market. It is so damn critical. And for more accurate ways to make money in this market, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We'll be putting up more trading videos just because I love it. I've been doing it every day, I'm profitable on it. It's exciting to have a good opportunity to make money within the market anywhere in the world, and you can too. So just don't hold yourself back. Take some of the risks and play with a little bit, right? There's a deposit link below. They are doing a deposit bonus. So if you guys use that link and let's say you deposit 10K, they'll give you 10%, I think. So you'll get $1,000 on that, and you can use that first to trade. So there is a way for you to practice and get better. And if you don't actually practice in the market and take the risks, you'll never understand how to trade in the long run. All right, you guys, I hope this video helped. Don't get liquidated. Use stop losses is the main point. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys on the next video.